For the first time ever, the United States, Canada, and Mexico will jointly host the world's most watched sporting event. 16 cities, millions of fans, and billions of eyes from every corner of the globe will be on North America. But once again, politics has stepped onto the pitch. President Donald Trump, never one to stay out of the headlines, has stirred controversy by suggesting he might move World Cup matches away from certain American cities he claims are unsafe. He specifically called out Boston, San Francisco, and Seattle, all Democrat-led cities, accusing them of failing to cooperate with his immigration and crime policies. Trump even hinted he could appeal directly to FIFA President Gianni Infantino to make those changes happen. The reaction? FIFA, local organizers, and city officials have brushed off the threats, insisting preparations for the 2026 World Cup remain right on track. But beneath the surface, this clash between politics and sport has raised deeper questions. Can the world's biggest sporting spectacle really stay immune from political interference? Or is the beautiful game once again being pulled into the chaos of global power play? Chapter 1. A tournament. Decades in the making. The 2026 World Cup isn't just another sporting event, it's a logistical masterpiece. Planning began almost a decade ago, with the winning bid from North America's United Proposal, a historic partnership between the US, Canada, and Mexico. John Christic, one of the original architects of the bid, has spent years making sure the tournament would showcase unity, diversity, and collaboration. From Los Angeles to Mexico City to Toronto, infrastructure upgrades, security arrangements, and ticketing operations have been moving like clockwork. Christic says that despite Trump's recent remarks, the planning team hasn't flinched. From what I'm seeing, there's been zero distraction in terms of preparedness, he said. Tickets are already being sold. Hospitality packages have been sold for almost a year now. In fact, over 1 million tickets have already been snapped up by fans across 212 countries, according to FIFA. A sign that enthusiasm for the 2026 event is stronger than ever. Simply put, the World Cup machine is running, and it's running fast. But the president's sudden threats have cast an unexpected shadow. Chapter 2. Trump's Safe Cities Controversy. It all started last month when Donald Trump told reporters he was considering removing certain host cities from the World Cup lineup. His reasoning? He claimed Democrat-led cities like San Francisco and Seattle were unsafe due to immigration and crime policies that, in his view, make America weak. This week, he escalated the rhetoric, directly naming Boston and its mayor, Michelle Wu, saying he might personally intervene with FIFA officials if cities didn't cooperate with his administration's agenda. The remarks set off a political storm. City leaders accused the president of using the World Cup, a symbol of unity, as a political weapon. Mayor Wu hit back, saying her city was fully prepared and proud to host fans from across the globe, while sports analysts questioned whether the president even had the authority to shift games at all. Chapter 3. FIFA's calm response. FIFA, the governing body of world football, was quick to pour cold water on the controversy. A spokesperson clarified that while governments are responsible for safety and security, FIFA has the final say on all hosting decisions. The statement read, "Safety and security are obviously the government's responsibility. They decide what is in the best interest for public safety. We hope every one of our 16 host cities will be ready to successfully host and fulfill all necessary requirements." In other words, FIFA is sticking to the plan. No panic, no venue changes, no political meddling. For an organization that has weathered years of corruption scandals and geopolitical disputes, FIFA knows how to navigate chaos. And in this case, the message is simple. The show will go on. Chapter 4. The Voices of Experience. Sports organizers who have handled past World Cups say Trump's comments might make headlines, but they won't derail an operation of this scale. Ricardo Trade, who led Brazil's organizing committee for the 2014 FIFA World Cup, said the U.S. has more than enough infrastructure to adapt if absolutely necessary. In a country like the United States, where every state has large, ready-to-use stadiums, I don't see why it wouldn't be possible, Trade explained. But not after the December 5th draw. Still, Trade was clear. While it's technically possible to shift games before the draw, doing so afterward would create massive logistical chaos. Chapter 5. Local organizers push back. While Washington debates, local organizers are focused on the mission: delivering a flawless tournament. In New York and New Jersey, where the final match will be held at MetLife Stadium, host committee CEO Alex Lasry said their work hasn't slowed down for a second. "We've spoken to FIFA, we're working with the White House task force. I don't think there's any worry about the games being moved," Lasry told reporters. "I have no concern. But if anyone wants to move games from Chicago to here, or from anywhere to here, we'd be more than excited to have more games." His confident tone reflects the mindset of most host cities, a combination of readiness and resilience. Chapter 6. The economics of a mega event. It's easy to forget just how massive the World Cup's impact will be on North America. Economists estimate the 2026 event could generate $10 billion in revenue across all host nations, making it the most lucrative in FIFA history. In the US alone, host cities are expected to bring in hundreds of millions of dollars each from tourism, sponsorships, and global exposure. That kind of money means there's zero incentive for anyone to move games around. Each match represents thousands of jobs, millions in hotel and transport revenue, and once-in-a-generation visibility, said a sports economist from Georgetown University. Changing locations now would be a political earthquake and a financial disaster. Chapter 7. Trump's pattern of political showmanship. Observers note that this isn't the first time President Trump has mixed politics with global sports. During his previous term, he frequently used sporting events to advance his political messaging, from criticizing NFL players who knelt during the anthem to pressuring sports leagues on their stances toward national issues. In this case, analysts believe Trump's comments about moving World Cup games are less about logistics and more about sending a signal to his political base. Chapter 8. The spirit of the game. Amid all the controversy, one truth remains: the World Cup is bigger than politics. For fans across the globe, it's a celebration of unity, culture, and passion. A moment when differences fade and the love of the game takes center stage. In 2026, that spirit will be on full display. 16 cities, 3 countries, and hundreds of millions of fans will come together for the world's greatest sporting event. In cities like Vancouver, Monterey, and Miami, preparations are already turning stadiums into future temples of football. And in every host city, from Toronto's frozen north to Mexico City's bustling heart, fans are counting the days until kickoff. "Politics comes and goes," said one local organizer in Seattle. "But when the whistle blows, it's about football, not Washington." Chapter 9. FIFA's final word. While Trump's remarks may dominate headlines, FIFA's word is final. And they've made their position clear. The World Cup will proceed as planned. The 16 host cities remain confirmed, and any attempt to politically influence the venue selection would violate FIFA's charter. A senior FIFA official put it bluntly in an interview: "We've been through boycotts, wars, and political revolutions. But the World Cup always happens, and it always belongs to the people, not politicians." President Trump's talk of moving games may spark debate and draw attention, but for the people actually building the tournament, it's just background noise. As John Christic said, "Tickets are sold, stadiums are ready, and fans are coming." The World Cup isn't a political pawn, it's a promise. A promise to the world that no matter the rhetoric, the beautiful game will always triumph over politics. You've been watching Insight, where we explore the stories behind global headlines. If you love in-depth documentaries on world politics, sports, and power, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.